Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. My name's John Gray, and this is Just Plain Living.
Good morning. Peggy Burton here.
And I'm Jim Fuller.
Hey.
I'm proud of John this morning. John, usually we have Julia over there kind of getting us primed up, pumped up, ready to do the show.
Jumped right in there.
She wasn't here today. John did it on his own.
Tapping our toes to that song. What's the name of that song?
I'd like to get you.
Slow Boat to China is the name.
To China. Remember that? It's like 100 years old.
We've used that song ever since this show started, I guess, haven't we?
No, actually, the theme song when we first started was Down on the Corner.
Down on the corner.
Yeah,
dun, 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 dun.
but I forget. About 6 months in, we changed it to Slow Boat to China, which
kind of fit our personalities.
Peggy and I were talking. I don't know that I've ever heard anybody actually perform that song, but it's it's got a catchy beat to it.
I remember it, so somebody must have been performing it.
Well, it was about.
We'll see if we can bring that back.
Before your time, right?
How we ended up with this song, I think, was Down on the Corner was copyrighted.
Oh, somebody was going to charge you money.
Slow Boat to China was not.
Yeah, it was
because public domain.
Yeah, because when we started using it, it was already about 60 years old. So, and we've been using it for. What, 22, John?
Yeah.
20 or something like that. So, anyway.
Is that an issue here? Like if you're going to do a clip of some song, do you have to do ASCAP and BMI and all that? Or
some of that's covered by the charter already.
By charter, probably they've already paid.
I mean, however, we wouldn't knowingly.
But we have to at the
break the law there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, John's mentioned this before, but we have the utmost respect for somebody that owns.
Sure. If you own the song.
If you own the song, you deserve to be paid. We absolutely believe that. So.
Well, that's a bit of tidbit of trivia for today.
Somebody at church the other day said, I heard one of your songs on television the other day, and I said, you did? Well, that's good. I wonder when that check's going to come in. And she said, no, it was on your channel. And I thought, Fatty Book.
And I've always loved that.
And she said, and I was thinking, and I remember now that I had let the girls over at the Senior Citizens use that to do a dance routine to, because it's a very danceable song.
Why don't I have a copy of that?
I don't know.
You're not authorized to have that. You really got to go do a lot of different things to be able to get John to grant you permission.
I don't totally know the Fatty Book story. All I know is what I've heard from John a little bit, and
it's an amazing story.
Well, that's right up
the American Legions and VFWs and such used to be exempt from copyright issues. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
you could just
but
do
then somewhere back in the mid '70s, that changed, I guess. And I remember the poor guy from ASCAP walks in one day, and he said, I hate to tell you this, but and I know you're going to get mad at me because I've been cussed out 8 times today. everywhere he goes. He said, but now you're going to have a license to play this music and bands to play your music and I know you don't understand that, but here's the law. And I said, actually, I'm good with that. I think everybody ought to be paid for if they own it, and I'm okay.
It's so easy to steal it.
Sure,
once you hear it, you can go.
He couldn't believe it that I was going for that. He looked like he'd been beat up several times that day. So.
Well, prior to that, the performance rights, all of that stuff. You had to buy sheet music, and when you bought sheet music, that money went to whoever developed that music, and then the jukeboxes, every record that went in a jukebox, the jukebox company paid BMI and ASCAP for that record being in that jukebox, just like the radio stations pay for being on the air. And then we got so technological that it made it very simple for people to get stuff. And then is when the music rights organizations really started to having to go out and beat people up
and get a little money.
And get some money.
Well, I mean, they're still generous with their funds, because the first time I did a recital here, when I knew BMI and ASCAP was on the run, I called them up to see if I had to pay money. And they said, as long as you don't charge admission and it's a recital, that it's fine.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know,
I
karaoke
think they're fair.
coming into play during that period of time in the late 80s, you know, also affected that because you had to pay a fee for that
Yeah.
if you let people perform those songs. So.
But then they got kind of crazy because I remember they went after a barber in Hendersonville who played the radio in his barber shop.
Yeah.
And because he had customers in the barber shop, and
Oh,
they were
yeah?
listening to the radio, and he was making money in there, and the radio was their entertainment, then they hit him with a big ASCAP
Well,
bill.
that's kind of
Well, you know,
weird.
and there used to be
Yeah.
a fee structure based on that. I mean, it went by how many seats you had in there to number one.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that got kind of expensive for us at the Legion because we had a banquet facility that was seated
Sure,
about
and
350.
they weren't always full of
Exactly,
seats.
and we had a lounge
And
that
it's
seated
dark,
that,
you know,
that would
the
seat
lights are
about
turned off
250.
in there.
Yeah, and the lounge would seat about 250, and the
250.
restaurant would seat about 100. So, you know, you're paying based on those seats, and you're also paying based on do you have live music, and you know, and that's another fee, and then do you use background music?
Sure.
You know, that's
a
another
little bit
fee.
like royalties that theater people pay.
Do you have karaoke?
Yeah.
That's another fee.
That's
so
another
you know,
fee.
it can get expensive. Bottom line, if you've got a big place. So.
It takes money to have a big
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Well, and we have a young man with us today, Travis Boland, who's a writer and performer, and works on the mountain with J.D. Oliver and writes in Nashville. And without somebody being a watchdog for this, there is no reason for young people or old people alike to write, and if they can't make a living, if they can't get paid doing it. And, you know, we end up with nothing. We end up with no music.
Right.
But and I'm very strong about the fact
And what
that I
would
think
we
these
do
people,
without our music?
yeah, I think these people deserve to be paid
Sure they do.
what they need to get paid.
Oh, there'd be music, John. Come on.
I know, but
I mean, I remember back when
When
I
you
used
had music,
back when
yeah.
I used to partake of the spirits.
Not
you know,
you,
every
Jimmy.
time I did that, I wanted to make a little music. You know, but fortunately, I grew out of that. But
You and that guitar got in a whole lot of trouble.
Okay, hey,
And
look
me.
at
yeah,
what Mom said.
I had to put that guitar down about 20-something years ago.
Did you
because
actually play the guitar?
Yes, but every time I picked that thing up, I swear I got in trouble. I don't know.
Yeah,
You know, I actually learned to play the guitar. at
and I
one point.
helped.
And John helped. John helped.
You guys.
Oh, hey,
no hope.
before we get
What's
to
going
X,
on?
there's a couple of things we need to let everybody know. The Great American Cleanup Tennessee, that's in Tullahoma, and the rain date, well, it was last week. The rain date is the 18th, and that's at 8 o'clock until noon.
Saturday.
And go to the city shop and get instructions. June 1 is the Soapbox Derby here in Tullahoma, and they are looking for help. And the pay rate's $7.25 an hour.
Whoa.
Call Park and Recs 455-1121. It's need to be able to lift 75 to 150 pounds and walk with it because they have to move those cars. You know, so they need help for that. So you need a little money. There's a
So
place
if
to
you've
get
got
some.
muscles, you need to get over there and get a job.
Thursday, May 30th, the Franklin County Senior Citizens will be serving beans and cornbread, coleslaw, and an onion, and a drink for only $5.
Whoa,
and the Good
that's
Time
good.
boys and girls will be performing. Lunch will be served from 11:30 to 1 p.m., and that's at the Franklin County Senior Citizens. And
Franklin County's rocking these days. Have you been over there lately?
no, I haven't.
Well,
Well, yeah, I
it's
have.
good. It looks nice.
And the reality store is happening May 20th, and they need some volunteers as well. And what that is for junior high age kids, and that is where adults go in and explain to them
What they have to
what they have to do to survive as an adult.
Financially, yeah.
Because a lot of our young people
Don't have a clue.
think that everything's just going to be all right. They can just keep playing video games and
Have cell phones
and have cell
iPads.
phones and have a C average,
There you
and
go.
somebody's going to pay for them to live their whole life.
And that's probably going to happen.
You know,
I'm
and
sorry,
there are amazingly, there's an amazing number of 30-year-olds who live at home and their moms and dads are still caring for them. There's a big percentage.
Sad,
There's
yeah.
a big percentage
That's
of
very
people
sad.
who feel entitled.
I hope they're
And-
washing dishes and mowing the lawn.
Corvette Club, by the way, is having their annual cruise in Lynchburg this weekend. I think it starts at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. So.
Wounded Warrior Project at the Conference Center in Manchester. It's a benefit for our wounded warriors.
Very important. And
It's
that's
very
this
important.
weekend?
Yeah, there is a website, www.cowanliving or something like that.
Or call
But
Jerry Anderson.
Call Jerry Anderson. He's in Winchester.
Police department's having a deal tomorrow, so if you're watching this on Tuesday night, that's going to be tomorrow at noon, but Chief Blackwell's going to be up here in a minute, so I'll let him tell you about that. So.
All right, and last night at the city board meeting here in Tullahoma, we had some academic awards, and I know we'll have a copy of that we'll put on at a later date, but Elliot Amadian was valedictorian, Chase Sweeney, salutatorian, Clay Daniel, Ned McWhorter Scholar, Hollis Pulley was the National Merit Finalist, and Elliot Amadian was the National Merit Finalist, Trevor Denny, Mr. Tullahoma, Nicola Maddie, Miss Tullahoma, Peter Hills, and Kristen Paris, wittiest, Eric Nilius and Hannah Brennick, School Spirit, Mark Johnson and Emma Ledford, neatest, Ricky Nelson, what a great name, and Farrah Jean Ford, most versatile, Reed Gabriel and Kristen Martin, friendliest, Ellen Amadian and Mary Ann Lawson, most successful, and Trey Burks and Danielle Kirkpatrick were most athletic, neither of which were there because Tullahoma played baseball against Oakland last night in the region and won 4-2. So, and then the girls were also playing in a regional ball tournament as well.
I noticed Elliot Amadian came up so many different times, and I watched him do a beautiful solo at a dance recital Saturday night. That is so impressive to me. Well,
and he made a remark last night about how important it was being in school here, because it's one of the few places where a person can be the valedictorian and also be involved in the arts and culture to the level that really happens in this town. And there's not a whole lot of towns where that takes place. So we have a great crop of young people coming through right now, and it's time for us to move on. And what we'll do is take a short commercial break, and we will be back with you momentarily with this week's Just Plain Living.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay, bank your change, Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want. So you can bank when, where, and how you want. At our offices or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
What is Rotary? We're a network of people like you. In fact, we're the original social network. More than 1 million of us live just about everywhere you can think of. And we mean everywhere. We get together to exchange ideas, grow our businesses, and make new friends. We volunteer to help our own communities or someone else's. We're right around the corner. Come join us. The name is Rotary. Rotary International. You're welcome.
This facility was built literally on the international date line to bring Charter customers tomorrow's technology first. Like Charter Internet, which was just made faster again. With speeds up to 100 megs, you can download a movie in 2 minutes. The #1 internet service provider in the nation. Click.
Fogelman, good luck with the presentation tomorrow.
Already nailed it.
Get Charter Internet Express for only $19.99 a month.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're pleased to have joining us now the Chief of Police in Tullahoma, Paul Blackwell, who's here with the Police Pointers of the Week. And we may go beyond that because I know you got a big event coming up.
We
tomorrow.
do. This week is designated National Police Week. Mm-hmm. A little background on it. In 1962, President Kennedy recognized May 15th of each year as Police Memorial Day, and through a resolution with Congress designated that entire week, beginning on Sunday, ending on Saturday, as National Police Week, and encouraged communities to have activities honoring the fallen officers.
Right.
So it's a week-long activity. Obviously, the biggest location where the activities occur is Washington, D.C., because that's where the Memorial Wall is, and they have activities throughout the week.
Is this memorializing officers who've been killed in action or on duty? Or
killed in the line of duty. That's correct. But we also like to take it a step further, and I think most agencies do, that it's also an opportunity to honor and appreciate those that are currently serving.
Absolutely.
Although the primary purpose is the fallen officers. And tomorrow in Tullahoma at the South Jackson Civic Center at high noon, at noontime, we'll be having a ceremony to honor the fallen officers. It's open to the public. Mayor Curley will have a few words to say. I'll speak a little bit. So we're not talking about a long ceremony, about 30 minutes, and then a little time to meet and greet people. So we're hoping that people can come out during their lunch hour and come out and be a part of that ceremony. This will be the first time we've done something public like that, and it's going to be a joint venture with the Sheriff's Department, Manchester Police Department, and us. So the crux of the ceremony is to honor all of Coffee County and not just Tullahoma.
Right.
And incidentally, Tullahoma has lost 5 officers in the line of duty. And Coffee County Sheriff's Office has lost 1. So we'll be mentioning those names, a little bit about how they died, and pay some tribute to them.
Didn't we lose 2 one time in the same automobile accident?
We did, and briefly I'll go over all 5 of them if we
absolutely.
can. On December 1st, 1934, Chief of Police E.C. Armstrong and Officer Charles Holt responded to a disturbance involving a drunk person. The drunk had a gun. When Chief showed up, he shot the Chief. It bounced off his badge, injuring him but didn't kill him. They exchanged some gunfire, and Officer Holt arrived, and the drunk shot and killed Officer Holt on the scene. The bad guy ran away, hid under a church, and the Highway Patrol had arrived by then. They exchanged some more gunfire, and a state trooper was killed.
Oh, my goodness.
And then a couple days later, Chief Armstrong died of his injuries. Another state trooper shot and killed the bad guy. So December 1st, 3 officers were killed in Tullahoma. 2 that were Tullahoma officers, 1 that was a state trooper. And incidentally, the trooper that shot and killed the bad guy, W.C. Hale, 6 years later became the chief of police in Tullahoma.
Oh, okay.
So a little bit of history there.
Yeah.
And it's tragic, but it's interesting history. And if you're ever in the lobby of the police department, we have the newspaper article from that to where you can actually read it and read some of the details. And then as you spoke, in 1970, on September 26th, 2 officers took a prisoner to Manchester, dropped the prisoner off on their way back. They were involved in a accident. Officer Travis, Henry Travis, was killed instantly. And Officer Clifford Riddle was severely injured, and he remained in a coma for many years. And in 1987, he passed away. So 3 events in the history of the police department, and we lost 5 officers.
Unreal, yeah.
And that's what we'll talk about some tomorrow, is mentioning their names and just sharing that with the community of what these people sacrificed. And what I like to emphasize is, as a police officer, we never know what our day is going to hold. You get up, you go in the morning to go do your job, hoping you'll come home at night to your family. And these 5 officers didn't make it, did not come home. So I try to encourage our community to thank a police officer, not just on May 15th, but throughout the year for what they do, because it's very challenging, and obviously we can see that it's very dangerous as well.
You hit on something there that I just think we ought to have all the respect in the world for police officers, because when you're so right. When you get up in the morning and go to work, most of us take it for granted that we're going to be back home that night, but you honestly just don't know. I know it's rare, but you honestly just don't know if you're a police officer, because...
And you're right, and you have to train and have the mindset that it could happen at any time. Sure, we're a small community, and we don't have the incidents maybe you have in a large community as far as violence against police officers. But you think back we have to be prepared for that. We carry a gun every day. Our officers wear their bulletproof vest every day. You know, things that we do every day just in the event that were to happen. And you just never know.
Okay. And tomorrow is a great time for you to show your support of the police officers who protect our community, and that's at South Jackson
Civic Center on the front steps.
Okay.
At noontime. And as I say, we're not going to be there more than 30 minutes of talking and maybe 30 minutes of meet and greet.
Okay.
So perfect. Weather's going to be great. Perfect opportunity. If you want to bring your own lunch, bring it and eat there.
Sure.
Just come and spend some time with us and some of the officers.
Okay. Chief, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
All right.
All right. We'll be right back in a moment with more living after these messages.
Mark, you've won just about everything there is to win in racing. What's next?
I'd like more people to know about ER Extra.
The emergency room at Harton Regional Medical Center?
I just want them to get the best care they can get.
That just gets me right here, Mark.
Maybe you'd like to pay them a visit.
ER Extra at Harton Regional Medical Center.
ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at The Main Event today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Click the links.
Oh, sweet Lisa, you're so fine, like a very fine wine. Girl, I need you in my life. Will you be my wife?
Charter Internet has more bandwidth to support all your devices. Experience the power of Charter on the nation's fastest internet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and I'm excited this morning about having a young man with us, and he is a musician, a songwriter, kind of a bluesy kind of guy. His name is Travis Boland, and he hangs out a lot up on Monteagle Mountain with J.D. Oliver and that bunch up there at the Smokehouse. And, you know, every Friday and Saturday night up there, they have Music on the Mountain, and you can catch Travis up there just about every weekend. And when he's not up there, he's in Nashville,
yes, sir,
writing songs and you have a Wednesday
yes,
evening songwriters round in Nashville, don't you?
Yeah, we do a hit writer and a rising star and an open mic for songwriters every Wednesday at Dan McGinnis there in Demonbreun in Nashville. So It's we've been doing that since September, and that's been getting a lot of buzz. We've been getting a lot of great talent out there. So.
Marla Sitton's involved in that,
yes,
isn't
sir.
she?
Yes, sir.
And Marla's involved also up at the smokehouse.
Yes.
And so she keeps JD. Y'all keep JD straight up there?
Well, I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that exactly. You know, yes or no.
You can say, go to the smokehouse and buy some barbecue sauce.
Which kind of sauces you got in there?
Let me see. This is Jimbo's Miserably, Wretchedly, Horribly Hot Quadruple X barbecue sauce.
That's what they. Oh, this is Blazing Rectums. Now this will keep somebody in line right here.
It'll keep you awake.
Yeah.
Else.
Keep you out of your seat.
So tell us a little bit about Travis Bowling. Travis, where did you come up?
I grew up in southeast Indiana, which is actually about 30 minutes from Cincinnati and about 15 minutes from northern Kentucky. So I grew up in 3 states, tri-state, my whole life. And I just grew up to a family who had some musicians in my family, but all my immediate family, you know, the women sang, but everybody really just appreciated music. And when I was about 11, excuse me, when I was 11, I was in school, and I had a music teacher. She said, "Man, you can sing." And she sent me off to audition for this choir in downtown Cincinnati, and I did that for quite a few years as a kid, and singing in church. And when I was about 15, I started, you know, picking up guitar. But I've been writing songs and lyrics since I started singing, because I mean, I knew from a young age that that's where it was. So you got to own the song. You got to write the song.
Yeah.
So I was always very wise of that, and I did music in school, and it helped me, you know, travel and do a lot of things and get some notoriety. And as soon as I was an adult, I just, you know, went out to every place, hole in the wall, private birthday party, benefit, farmer's market, everything you could just to play.
Making your stripes.
Yeah. So, and then about a year ago, I moved here, and I have a paid internship at Jim Oliver Smokehouse in Mont Eagle, and that allows me to do audio video work, marketing work, and graphic design, and I also am in the stand-in house band, which I don't mind that either. You know? And
well, it's a great place up there. It's good.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. If you haven't been up there, or you haven't been up there in a while, you definitely need to come up there, because it's a beautiful place, great food, great music. Some of the best music in Nashville, you know, is coming up there.
Yeah.
Up and coming, and people who have already been established. We have some great music there.
Okay. Well, why don't you give us a little taste of some Travis Bowling music right now?
Met a girl outside of Houston. She had a flower in her hair, and I thought she was going my way, and she acted like she didn't have a care. So we hitched a ride on an old pickup truck, threw our knapsacks in the bag, and we went over to Mississippi. Said I'm never coming back. Said I'm a traveling man. I never lay my head in the same land. Said I'm a traveling man. I never lay my head in the same land. Da-da-da-da. Met a honey on the Mississippi River. She had her toes dipped down in the sand. I said, "Where your sandals out there, honey child?" She said, "Miss, I believe a free love without a care now." So we walked on down the shoreline. We made love to the pale moonlight. And we went over to Reno. Said I'm never coming back. Said I'm a traveling man. Never leave
right, Travis Polar. I'll tell you what, we're going to have Travis. He's going to hang around, and we're going to have him back in a little bit. And until that time, don't go away. More fun here on Just Plain Living.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
The Charter Triple Play lets you experience TV, internet, and phone the way you want with no contracts. Hooked on HD? Now over 100 HD channels available. Movie lover? Get 10,000 on-demand movies and shows. 1,500 in HD, including movies in 3D. Missing your favorite shows? Record and watch TV with DVR service for 4 rooms and over 780 hours of storage space. Get Charter TV for $29.99 a month. Photo Fiend, Music Fan, Video Streamer? Switch to super fast Charter Internet and do it all with the bandwidth to support all your devices. At 30 megabits per second, Charter Internet is 10 times faster than the phone company's DSL. Get Charter Internet for $29.99 a month. Want more talk for less? Charter Phone has unlimited long-distance calling with no added fees like the phone company charges. Get Charter Phone for $29.99 a month. The new Charter Triple Play. TV, internet, and phone for just $29.99 a month each when bundled. Call 855-81-T-PLAY now.
Welcome back. Take it away.
I want to thank you boys for these fetching kimonos.
Think nothing of it, my lady. I bought them from one of the Korean women in the compound. She makes them, models them too, just your size.
You boys are scrumptious. Scrumptious, wumptious.
All right. Is that it? I could figure that right away. That was from MASH, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
We're on the set today with representatives from Millennium Repertory Company and that performs at the Manchester Arts Center. And have we got the right sign on for people to get information? Can you read that?
That needs, well, 2 M's and a rep after Millennium. Sorry.
2 M's and a rep after Millennium. Anyway, introduce yourself personally and then tell us what character you are in MASH.
My name is Belinda Ivins. I'm president of the Millennium Repertory Company, and I am 2 characters in MASH. I'm Korean woman number 2, and I do have a problem with the dead cat as the Korean woman, but you'll just have to come to see the show to find out. And then I play one of 3 sisters, the Bonwit sisters, Mitzi, Fritzy, and Agnes. And I am Fritzy.
And you're Fritzy.
My name's Alan Kittinger, and I am a substitute teacher in Manchester, and I play Captain Walt Waldowski, the dentist.
Oh, cool.
I run the illicit bingo and poker games on the MASH compound, and I am also Private Lopez, who entertains the important civilians of the Bonwit sisters.
I see.
I'm Joel Longstreth, and I'm playing Hawkeye, believe it or not. So.
What a cast. How many's in the cast?
22.
22 members. That's wonderful. And it opens Friday night, the 17th of May, goes 2 weekends, Friday, Saturday, 7:30, Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, except the second weekend, it will be no show on Friday night.
It'll be on Thursday night instead.
It'll be a Thursday night, Saturday, and Sunday matinee.
Because most people in town will be at the high school graduation.
Oh, that's right.
So,
So it's, in a way, it's kind of a hard time of year because you have to balance all the things that are going on. Who decided to do MASH? What a great choice, by the way.
Well, at Millennium, we draw up a list of plays. People suggest things, and we actually vote on them as a company. We'll vote on them.
Yeah.
So this was suggested last year by one of our younger members who thought it would be something that everyone would recognize.
I think everybody loves MASH. I would never miss an episode. The girl who's playing that part, the nurse,
Hot
Lips.
Hot Lips is Lori Berger, who is from Woodbury. She's been in a lot of shows at Cannon County. Many shows, and here.
Well, we probably don't have time to mention all the characters, but 22, that's quite a big cast. Let's tell the people how to get tickets, how much are tickets?
Tickets are $13 for adults and $11 for students and military and seniors. However, if you go online to millenniumrep.org, you can save, is it $2 or $3 per ticket?
$2.
$2 per ticket.
That's
and
good.
You can pick your seat. So if you like to sit in the back or the front, the sooner you go on and purchase your ticket, the better seat.
And you can print your ticket off, so you don't have to stand in line.
You do not
I think
have
that's
to
a real
stand in
plus.
line.
That's a real plus. It keeps people moving and the show starting on time and all that. So have you had fun?
Oh, yeah. I think the cast probably will have more fun than the audience. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
No, the audience will have a great time. I know they will. Your company, the Rep Company, has been in progress how long? Do you know?
Goodness.
Well, good.
Well, if you don't remember.
The early 90s.
The early
actually.
90s. I do know that you have done great service because you have a WAG group, which is We Actors Guild, and they have something coming up, I'm sure. Then you have TAG, which is the Teen Actors Guild. And then, of course, the Millennium Group. I think that's an amazing amount of things to happen. Let's tell people where. The Manchester Art Center, if you don't know where that is, do you have an address? If you don't...
Well, yeah, I have an address.
Okay.
128 East Main Street in Manchester.
128 East Main Street.
And if you know where Baker Brothers Drug is in Manchester, right off the square, it's right next door.
It's always a good idea to get your tickets ahead of time, although I still think you could go if you just decide at the last minute.
Oh, definitely.
You can still go a little bit early and get a ticket. There are no bad seats at the Manchester Art Center. I don't care where you sit. You can hear every word, see everything that's going on. I love that theater. I really do. I'm real proud of what you all have done there to make it successful. You want to tell people a little bit about why theater is so important to a community? I know you do a lot in the theater.
Well, theater is important in the community because it brings people together, and it brings people together that normally might not meet each other. Mm-hmm. And it kind of has become, I have this big joke, one big dysfunctional family. Yeah. Because whenever you join our theater group, we're like a big family. We help each other out. And the other thing is it feeds into education. In our middle schools and high schools, there are learning standards that are directly connected to drama.
Well, and I can personally attest to the fact that it's kept me off the street. And that's a good thing. Do you have any lines from Hawkeye?
I could do a couple, sure.
Give us a couple of lines before we go off.
Well, let's see. This is, a couple guys go into Colonel Blake, wanting to get rid of Frank Burns, of course. Everybody knows Frank Burns. Colonel Blake, I think something embarrassing is going to happen unless you get that quack out of our tent. Yes, we mean Burns. Burns is more trouble than he's worth. We can do his work as well as our own. We want you to transfer him. Send him back to the States. Get rid of him. Anywhere. Savvy?
Okay. All right, y'all. We don't have any more time, but if you will go to Manchester this weekend and next weekend, or either or both, you will see a great show. MASH. Love it. Thanks for coming. I love having you guys. We'll be back with more Living.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com, featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Family's favorite show shouldn't have to fight to be seen. With Charter, you get 4 DVRs, so now every family member can watch what they want, when they want, where they want, without any battles. Call now to get DVR service for your home.
I'm speaking today with Shandy Norwood, and Shandy works with Dr. Raymond Kapp's office. Shandy, thanks for talking with me today. If you would, tell us about this program and that you've been involved with Dr. Kapp's office. I believe it's called Take Shape for Life. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's called Take Shape for Life. This is a medical weight loss program. It is no drugs. It's a big deal. The program basically... the reason that we're doing this is because we have a lot of our patients that have type 2 diabetes. Also with neuropathy, what we're all familiar with. Right. Weight loss is huge with this. We can put an end to it. This is a great program because you have the support, of course, of our office, and we'll help you along the way. The weight loss average has been about 5 to 7 pounds a week.
Wow.
Around 30 pounds a month, and this is typical weight loss. Another good reason to be involved in this is because this is not a permanent plan at all. This is something that you could go on for 2 or 3 months, and then you're introduced back to regular food. We change our diet, and it's the best one I have ever seen. And I've worked in several weight loss clinics, and with no drugs, of course. As you know, with stimulants, it's very bad for your heart.
Right. Yeah.
Very bad for your heart.
And you were saying earlier, it's so sad you see people who think they're helping themselves out so much by taking these, but you're really hurting yourself a little bit.
You're hurting yourself. You are, and this is it's a temporary fix.
Right.
That's all it is. This is a permanent fix. This is a change of life. It's a change of diet. Now, as you know, there's going to be things that you're going to have to change about your diet.
Of course.
We've got to get fast food out of our diet. As much as I like Taco Bell and Burger King and all these wonderful places.
Of course.
That's not that you can't have a treat, not that you can't treat yourself, but this is changing your lifestyles.
Right.
The great thing about this program as well is every bit of the food that you will take in is given to you. It's averaging about $7 a day. That's less than you will spend at the grocery store.
Absolutely.
And, of course it's less than, eating out 3 times a day, which a lot of us do.
Right.
This is very easy. Most of it is prepackaged. It doesn't require a lot of preparation. Throw it in your purse and go.
Right.
Adding a lot of water is very important to this, period.
Of course.
It's just really a great plan.
Tremendous program. And we're here, of course, right now at the Holiday Inn, and there's a program that they're presenting. I believe Dr. James Eads out of Murfreesboro
That's
is presenting.
Correct.
I believe Dr. Bill Taylor also. They're having one this evening. But I know that you're hoping to have another one in the future.
We're going to be having another one next month is what I'm planning on.
Great.
In the meantime, you can always contact me. I'll give my cell phone number, of course. It's 931-308-2369. That's my personal cell. You can also call Dr. Kapp's office. That's 931-455-1219. We're in the office Monday through Friday. We answer the phone. You can ask for me or Janelle. We're the ones that are basically handling the program. If you're unable to get to one of these type events, we'll sign you up in the office. I can do it over the phone. If you're in the Winchester area, you can even come to my house, and we'll do it that way. We're really promoting this.
Right.
It's, as far as your health goes, this is, as we know, weight loss is huge. It's huge. It's a healthy way to do it. And it prevents so many things. With diabetes, this is a way to get away from type 2. That it's documented patients coming off of their diabetic medication at this point. They're losing that kind of weight. That alone is huge. The aches and pains, the back aches, the knee aches, all of the things that come with obesity. And this is whether or not you're 100 pounds overweight or you're 30 pounds overweight. And women, those last 20 or 30 pounds is a real booger to get rid of. I mean, it's, men. Anyway, women just have a really hard time with that. I mean, I personally do. So it's great. And it works. And like I said, getting ready for bathing suits this summer.
That's right.
We all would like to wear one, not have to wear a muumuu all the time. That would be nice.
And I've seen some of the, Dr. Eads was showing me some of the photos of some of the people who have done this program, and it is amazing. And how quickly the weight has come off.
Oh, yeah. Chemically, it's a chemical composition. It changes your body, your ketone levels. The thing about this is it's replacing your ketone levels so that when you lose this weight, your body doesn't automatically go into weight gain very, very, very quickly. I mean, you can lose 20 pounds on, Atkins or taking the stimulants, and then a month later, you've gained it all back plus some.
Like the fad diets, as they call them.
And they are a fad.
Right.
I mean, you'll get skinny, but then you're going to put it all back on.
That's right.
With this program, you will not.
Excellent.
And, to back that up, this is a money-back guarantee.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. If it does not work for you, it will work for you. If that is any indication, nobody wants to give the money back. So you know it works.
Oh, wow.
If you stay true to it, we'll give you all the support you need. We're there for you. We'll help you order your food. We'll help you along the way if you're having a hard time.
Walk you through it. Yeah, be there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, great. And again, folks, there will be another one of these presentations probably in about a month.
It's just a rally is what it's called. You try to, gather some people together. Everybody, we have the same goal going on here. We're trying to get to where we want to go. You have the support, of course, of all of us as well as each other. And it kind of, allows you to talk it out, see what everyone else is having issues with.
That's right. And it's always better in numbers and to have others around you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with the plan that we have, also, with different meal plans, we don't know what to order, what's best, and it's always best to ask somebody that's already doing it.
That's right. That's right.
So this planning, I mean, you get to have pancakes, cookies, brownies, beef stew, pudding. I mean, it's not yucky. I hate to down granola bars, but I don't like to eat dirt. So this is actually really tasty stuff.
Great.
So
great.
I mean, you get to eat at least 7 meals a day. You're not starving yourself. There's no stimulants. This is just the way to go.
Excellent.
It really is, and it's very affordable. There's several different ways to pay. You can do a month. You can do a week. You can do every 2 weeks. And like I said, at $7 a day, you're spending less doing this than you are going to the grocery store.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
There's really no reason not to do it.
That's great. And again, folks, if you need any information on this, just contact Shandy at Dr. Capps' office or the number that she gave to you, and she would be more than happy
Absolutely.
to help you along with this. So Shandy, thanks again for talking to us.
Absolutely.
And folks, get in touch with her and check it out. Good stuff, good for you.
Look around, the changes catch your eye, and you come to realize one can make a difference. Since 1915, Kiwanis International has touched millions of lives. When you help one child, you help the world. But one can make a difference.
right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and I have with me this morning Robert Burks, and he is with Power Home Technologies. And what he's going to do is he's going to talk to us a little bit about life safety in your home and some of the stuff that we might not know about even the systems that you already have, like your smoke alarms or your fire systems or whatever. You know, there's a lot of technology out there. You might have it in your home, not even know it. So Robert's going to help us with a few of those things. And Robert, welcome. Good to have you here this morning.
Thank you, sir. Nice to be here.
Nice
to be here.
All right. And what is your business?
Well, it's life safety is my business.
Power Home Technology.
Power Home Technology. We do security systems, life safety systems, and that's what I'm here to talk about today.
Okay.
So I'll just go ahead and start out.
Yeah, you give us some information.
I would love to.
We love information.
Hey, that's great. I can give it. I could talk about this stuff all day. I started doing this when I was 18 years ago, while I was in college at Memphis State, and I really have a passion for it. So saving lives is a good business, and that's what I'm here today for. Some of the statistics that I have here for you guys is, first off, homes without security systems are 3 times more likely to be broken into. And it happens all the time. There's a new statistic out nationwide that crime is up 15% nationwide. That's significant. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big. So my plight here is to save the world, if you will, one house at a time.
Do you have an S underneath that on your t-shirt?
I do. I'll rip it off when I need to and go to it. One of the big things, not just security, which is a big deal, like I said, and I want to jump right into this to make sure I get it out there, is fire protection. This affects us on so many different levels. It's not even just our families, our children, our loved ones. It's even our pets. And I want to share a little...
Which is part of your family.
Absolutely. And that's my point. I want to share a story, and my wife is here, and she can vouch for this. She happened to come home one afternoon, and her house was on fire. Okay? And both dogs were inside. When she opened the front door, one dog was passed out at the front door. When she made it to the back door, the second dog was grasping for breath at the bottom of the door, trying to get that one little last breath in. The other one was already passed out. So the point is that we've got to get the word out about the right type of smoke detectors.
And what is that?
The proper type of smoke detector that we need in our homes is called a photoelectric smoke detector. Okay? Unfortunately, most people have ionization smoke detectors in their home. A lot of people aren't even aware of what they have. So I brought a little demonstration here, a little prop, if you will, to show people that this is so easy to not know which one it is. This looks like your regular smoke detector.
Right.
This is a photoelectric. This is what you want in your home.
Okay.
And this probably looks very similar to what you have in your home, and it could be an ionization detector.
Right.
This is something that can save lives. Okay? Even some lawmakers are trying to ban these other types of smoke detectors in the state of Tennessee. It's a huge story. So again, folks, what you need is a photoelectric smoke detector. Okay?
And how does that operate versus an ionization detector?
Well,
as if you don't know the answer.
That's right. Well, it's a little technical, but it kind of goes to large particle versus small particle. And the problem is most people's ionization detector might go off if they burn something on their stove, something like that. So they think it works. Unfortunately, that's not the same smoke as your couch cushion on fire.
Right.
You know, the smoldering, sooty type fires. And that's what's going to hurt you, is those types of fires. We can't breathe. We're not going to make it through that. So having this in your home is absolutely a must. So I want to jump into a couple other statistics while I'm on here real quick. I think they're really important, and we can come back to this. A burglar encounters someone at home in about 20% of all break-ins. People tell me all the time, well, I'm home, I don't need a security system, or I don't need a life safety system, I'm home. Well, the truth is about 30% of murders and 40% of rapes happen during break-ins. So just because you're at home doesn't make you safe.
It doesn't make you safe.
It doesn't make you safe.
Exactly correct.
People tell me, well, I've got a gun. Well,
get to it.
That's right.
Sometimes you can't get to
I
it.
don't know of a gun that can shoot out of fire. If they come up with that, that's going to be pretty good. So
water gun.
The water gun, there you go. And it actually, you know, these statistics are not what you want to hear, but it's the truth. And it's very important to know these things. Another good one, a disabling injury occurs in the home every 4 seconds. That's a lot.
Somewhere,
somehow,
somebody
slip and fall is something. Fire, this is going back to this. Fire is the #1 cause of death for kids under the age of 15. That's huge. Nobody wants to lose a child, but it happens all the time.
No.
So we need to get the education to people and the information to people to let them know that photoelectric is the way to go.
Now let me ask you one pointed question.
Sure.
If someone wants to have a specialist come to their house and go through what they have with them and make suggestions, even a proposal as to how their home can be the safest possible, they would need to call you.
They would need to call me, and I personally will come out to their home, go through with them what they have, or discuss some options for what they could do.
Okay.
We have everything they need, from obviously the photoelectric smoke detectors. Another thing, going back to the disabling injury, occurs every 4 seconds. We even have a panic button that can be hooked up directly to the medical facility closest to them, or straight to the police department as a panic button. And I know some of these things that get in are pretty pricey. Alone, Life Alert or Life Alert items can run, anywhere from $20 to $40 a month just for the button.
Right.
So I'm running some special promotions, so I want to make sure my phone number's up.
Is that it?
Our website, it's up. And guys, by the way, we have an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That is not an easy feat, but we've accomplished it.
All right. What's the name of that company again?
Power Home Technologies.
You look right there at that camera and you give them a great big smile. Tell them who you are.
My name is Robert Burks. Call me 615-200-7440. I will personally come out to your home. We can walk through the home. We'll do a free security analysis, free consultation. We will take care of all your security needs.
Robert Burks, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, buddy. We'll be right back after these messages.
On the train test range, the search for any possible weakness continues. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Hello, my name is Joe Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. I'm here to talk to you about a couple incentives that are going on between now and the end of the year. First is your federal tax credit up to $300. Secondly, 0% financing up to 15 months on XL products. Third, spring promotion up to $1,100. Finally, $500 incentives from your local power distributor. Please give us a call at 455-8757. Thank you.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors, and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Cove Lake, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Martin Weekly, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, Rugby in the Big South Fork, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
If you like HDTV, you're going to like what Charter's been up to. Adding so much free HD that Charter TV is a whole new experience. National Geographic HD, Animal Planet HD, Discovery HD, Sports in HD, movies, news, kids programming. Plus, Charter now has thousands of free movies and shows in HD on demand anytime. You want to see more TV in HD? Try Charter. It's smarter.
Welcome back to Living. I have the great pleasure of being on the set with Karen Ortiz. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And you are doing some volunteer work that is so important to this community. It involves the East and West students. And what is it called?
Originally it was called Reality Store, and now it's known as Minimum Wage Awareness for the 8th graders.
For the 8th graders only?
Yes, ma'am.
And you go in, do you have the day already set that you're going in?
Yes, we're going Monday to East, and we're going Tuesday to West. And I'm here for a call of volunteers. That's why I'm here today.
And do you need volunteers that have any special expertise?
Just loving kids is part of it, and the diversity of being adults and paying bills is what's most important to share with the kids.
Do you feel like a lot of kids don't have a clue that they're going to grow up and have to pay a bill?
My funniest story is on Lane. Lane Curley was the mayor many years ago, you know,
Yeah.
and his son came through Reality Store, and he went home and scolded his daddy because this city actually charges you to pick up your trash. Did you know that?
I love that.
It was fun.
And these are the kind of things you want to expose the kids to before they decide to run off and get married and have responsibility that they don't know what to do with.
Absolutely, but the main focus of why we created Reality Store, and then we shifted it to minimum wage awareness, because Reality Store, they chose a career. Well, everybody was going to be a doctor and lawyer, and
Exactly.
we know that's not going to happen.
That can't happen.
And what happens in the program, we change it to minimum wage awareness. The students only get minimum wage. Then they have to draw out of a hat their marital status, and then they draw out of a hat how many kids they have. I make sure they have at least 1 to 3. They don't get really happy about that, but it's just reality.
Sure.
And even the single students that end up with a child, I explained to them, you know, when my children were in elementary school, there was a young lady raising 3 children whose mother, her sister had been killed in a fire.
Oh, wow.
It's ironic that we just talked about fire safety.
Exactly.
It's interesting because what happens is the purpose is for the students to recognize that you get paid for value you bring to the marketplace.
Good.
And what happens is they need to make decisions in 8th grade at looking to their future. Is what am I going to do?
What am I going to do
Now,
with my
I don't tell them everybody's got to go to college, because let's face it, not everybody's a college student.
And not everybody has to go.
No.
We need a phone number, and we need to put KarenOrtiz.com.
That's my business. I have a home-based business, and having a home-based business gives me the freedom to do this for the kids.
Let's put the phone number
My
up.
cell phone number is easy to remember. It's 931-808-0000. That once again is 931-808-0000. Text me, call me. I'm on a quest for volunteers. These kids come to booths, and the different booths are housing, insurance, utilities. It's so fun watching them not want to pay for a cell phone. When I get hands raised to how many have cell phones,
that's one of the
every
biggest
8th
things.
grader in the program has a cell phone.
And that's
today.
not a real cheap thing.
It's not cheap. And they need to recognize that if they choose not to get educated, whether that's through tech school, through apprenticeship, through, you know, just hard work. You know, a lot of people have done really well in their careers by just being at the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
And we know that these students need to get educated. Let's face it, our high school education is today their college. And I pray with the lottery that they can go to college.
I do too.
But I'm just trying to instill in them that when you don't make a choice to get specialized and skilled in a certain area, and you focus on that and move forward with your career, you're faced with minimum wage. And minimum wage is poverty.
And what is minimum wage right now?
Off the top of my head, Peggy, I can't remember.
What,
I should know that.
$7.50, $8
Some of them think
maybe?
well, the funnest part is that I invite them in the libraries at West and East, where we have the program. I invite them to sit in my loft from New York City that's $2,000 a month. And they're all like, so there's like a couch and, everything is right compacted.
You mean it costs money to do this?
And then I talk to them briefly about how you can get a big old house for that here, right? Mm-hmm. Then we discuss gas prices. Gas prices in Tullahoma are much different than those in New York City or Los Angeles. Then I propose the question of what's minimum wage in those cities. Well, it's got to be a lot more, right? No, it's not a lot more.
It's the
all
nationwide.
The same across the country. And so they recognize the value of $1. I have 2 rules in Reality Store, minimum wage awareness. One is to respect the individuals who've come and shared their time with these students. And the kids are really good about it, and they're hungry. They're hungry to learn. They're hungry for you to share your life experiences with them. When you do utilities, you tell them, you want a hot shower or flush your toilet, come see me.
There you go.
And the second rule is to take the ledger that we give them. It's kind of like a bank's, like a bank ledger or a budget where they have the line items. They have to take it to the person who pays the bills in their home. So if you have an 8th grader, whether it's your child, your friend's child, or your grandchildren, please, please, please get them to show you after Monday and Tuesday those sheets of paper.
And what they have learned
with these kids.
And I think it's important that you let the volunteers know they don't necessarily have to be adapted any certain subject. They will learn from what
they have.
There's
just a couple of choices. We have a couple of choices. Now, the most fun booth we have is called Fickle Finger of Fate.
Fickle Finger of Fate.
And what happens is they draw out of a hat. And very rarely they'll get something like they've sold a quilt and made some money. Most of the time it's costing them money.
Yeah.
And we have the girls start crying when they get divorced or they have a DUI.
This is all about reality and how to survive in the real world. Karen, what a delight to have you on the set.
Thank you.
Time is up, but be sure and write this phone number down.
931-808-0000. It's our job to plant the seeds. It's God's job to grow the trees.
Beautiful. Thanks for being here. We'll be back.
Thank you.
I thought Red Cross does Katrina. They don't help single moms.
Hi.
What happened to our house last year about your birthday?
It flooded and the water flooded out. Yeah.
The Red Cross arranged the hotel for us. They gave me that break, that leverage to be able to get it together and take care of them, I feel like we've come full circle.
Like that. This is how I'll do it.
There you go.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
A salute to the never wasters, the coupon clippers, switch flippers, one last drop of milk drippers, the thoughtfully thrifty, and the just plain cheap. Charter respects your economic IQ and honors it with a phone service worthy of your ever watchful wallet. Charter Phone, just $19.99 a month for real monthly savings for fabulously frugal folks like you. Switch to Charter Phone and get unlimited local and long distance and 13 calling features with no extra fees like the phone company charges you.
All right, folks, we're back, and just to continue the fun today, we have a fun gal, Miss Bonnie Gamble from Manchester Parks and Rec is here with us today to talk about some of their new programs and what all's going on over there.
Well, we're getting geared up for summer with our outdoor pool opens May 24th. We get a lot of questions right now because we have school groups coming, for their end of the year parties, and so people see the water splashing and everything and think, oh, the pool's open, but it doesn't open to the public until May 24th at noon. So that's when everybody can start enjoying the summer fun at the pool.
Well, with all this crazy rain and crazy weather, isn't that water kind of cool?
It is, but you have children who've been in school all year. They've taken their teacaps. There's water splashing. It doesn't matter how cold it is. They're going to get going. So
do their toes turn blue?
Well, they get in and out. They run in and out a lot. We're also taking registration for our summer day camp, which is a 9-week program. That will start May 27th. It's for children ages 5 to 12. They come to the park Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and they usually have a wonderful time. The number one compliment we usually get about our program is that the kids sleep so well when they go home because they're so tired.
Right.
Because we don't play video games, we don't watch movies, we are outside. No, we are outside having fun, playing games. They swim every day. They use the pool, they use our gyms, they use our youth wellness room. We also have a community garden. So once a week, at least, they go to the garden and they work in the garden. They plant the seeds and they harvest and
weed.
No, they do some weeding, but they're not real eager to do weeding. But they do a lot of that.
Nobody's eager to do weeding.
So we teach them about healthy nutrition and getting exercise. So the kids really have a lot of fun. Last year, our camp got just exponentially bigger, so we actually had to turn people away. So we want to encourage that parents who are thinking about enrolling their children to do so now, because we have a limit of 100 children.
Oh, so they need to get there.
Well, yeah, because we're up to 60 now, and
40 more slots.
It goes fast because now people are thinking, oh my gosh, school is ending in a week and a half. And you can come by the recreation complex to do that. It's $45 a week if you have a recreation complex pass. It is $50 if you do not. And also, we have online registration now for all of our programs, including our summer day camp and our swim lessons that also begin in June. They're 2-week periods. They are Red Cross swim lessons. Those can be done, but you can get on www.cityofmanchestertn.com. And you can register online for all of our programs. We also accept credit card payments now. You can do that online or come by the recreation complex.
Very good. Sounds like a whole lot going on to me.
Well, the summer is park time, so we have a lot of fun things.
Summer is park time. There you go. There you go. So, is that about it? You need to say anything
just
else?
as I said, just our swim lessons are going on, our summer day camp programs. People looking forward to 4th of July. We'll have our 4th of July firecracker 5K, 10K race that takes place at 4th of July at 7 a.m. from the rec complex. You can register for that already, and of course our 4th of July fireworks and a band that we're going to have that night at the recreation complex.
Very good. Bonnie Gamble.
Thanks,
dear. All right, we'll be right back after these messages.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department. Need you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
Charter, TV will never be the same. Now you can make a date with your favorite movies and shows anywhere and anytime with on-the-go content from Charter.
All right, we're back, and I've got Travis Boland back up here with me. And Travis, where can someone go here in the near future and listen to you play?
2 big gigs I have coming up would be May 25th at 7 p.m. at Jim Oliver's Smokehouse in Mont Eagle. And then June 6th at 7:30, I'll be at the Fam Jam at the Family Music Center in Manchester. And then you can always catch me at 6:30 at Dan McGinnis in Nashville, so every Wednesday. So
So over at the Fam Jam, that's part of the Music Tree Festival that they have.
I believe so. I actually don't know as much as I guess I should know about it, but I went down to the music center there and did their radio show that they have. And they asked
some
me
good folks over there.
Oh yeah, Larry Z and all them boys, they just crack me up down there, and they're just
well,
funny.
what Manchester's doing is they're the week before Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
This is the week before Bonnaroo. Yeah. They have the Music Tree and Fam Jam and all that stuff takes place. Sort of like a tailgate party getting ready for Bonnaroo.
And they go on for quite a few days.
Oh
too,
yeah,
out
yeah,
there,
it's all week, and there'll be people all over town, and you'll be part of that.
Yeah.
So give us another little taste about what it's going to sound like.
Morning, girl. It's time for me to go. You knew this time was coming, so don't you step there so sad. Gonna pack up my bags, gonna wash my face and hands, then I'll kiss you goodbye. Said I don't wanna see a single tear run from your eyes. Turn around, pretty baby, walk away real slow. And don't think I won't miss you when I go. Just because you know, honey, that I'm a bad, bad. Ah, ooh, 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 ooh. Maybe I'm just a no, baby. Maybe I'm just no good. Baby, maybe I'm just no good for you. 'Cause honey, I'm a bad, bad man. Yeah.
Travis Bowling, you a bad man. You are one bad man, dude.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
That was great. We got a couple minutes. You want to hit it one more time?
I do want to say everybody can find me on Facebook and Reverb Nation and Twitter and all that stuff. If they just Google Travis Bowling, they can find me. And I do have one more song I can do for you.
All right.
Girl, we sure had
to think. It took a man's heart and soul and left no air left to breathe. I leave a message on your phone because I still believe. I leave your picture on the wall, hoping you'll get back to me, yeah. And now you're gone, now you're gone, and I'm lonely. And now this house is no longer home because I'm lonely. Said, girl, was it something I said? Something I did wrong? I never meant to make you feel like you were being led along. Now you packed up your bags and went to follow your dreams. The teardrops they fall, let them rain all over me. And now you're gone, now you're gone, and I'm lonely. And now this house is no longer home because I'm lonely. I said, girl, won't you take another chance on me? I said, girl, won't you take another chance on me? Now you're gone, now you're gone, and I'm lonely. I said, girl, won't you take another chance on me? Won't you take another chance on me?
Travis Bowen.
Thank you.
Travis Bowen. You a bad man, Travis Bowen.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us
Thank you
today,
for
buddy.
letting me come out.
All right, you find this guy, go listen to him play. You won't regret it. We'll be right back in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the paint. Uh-oh. I just knocked a tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel at the paint works where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat. You know, they do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the paint works at 1960 North Washington Street and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fix you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paintworks today. Martin Senior. See? Martin Senior. Right there. Martin Senior at the Paintworks. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up. We're back.
Done. Are we done?
What a whirlwind today.
So much going on, and a lot of good tips about life. I mean,
about life, about caring for yourself, your house,
your home, your life, your whatever.
And your soul, your music.
Exactly.
You know, we had it all, and now we've lost it all because it's time to go.
I do hope we'll see some
people. And we lost Jimmy along the way. You know, so
goodbye, Jimmy.
Folks, we appreciate you. We'll see you. Love you. See you next time.